Hey guys, I'm back. I'm woodsing it today. So, off out here having some fun with Tato. Hey Tato, where you going, Tato? Thought Tato was about to say hi. The good folks at GearBest reached out to me and asked if I'd like to try out a few more products, and I of course said sure, why not. So they sent me a little assortment of sharp, cool things to take a look at. We're going to look at the HX Outdoors E3. This is a folding knife, all metal construction. Tato's just happy as a clam out there swimming in a little pond. So this is, it's heavy. It says aluminum. I brought a magnet so we can check it out. The listing says aluminum, but you know, feeling the weight in the box, man, this is a very strong magnet, so this should let us know. Yep, not getting anything. Very attracted to the blade. Not so much the handle here, so I guess it really is aluminum. Very heavy knife. It feels like it anyway, for an aluminum knife. But as you can see, it says right there on the blade, not a premium steel, but overall $26, you know, not bad for the price. Has one of those wireframe clips, not my favorite, but I guess it gets the job done. Flipper and thumb studs. Fit and finish, could be a little bit better, honestly. But I'll tell you why I picked this one as one I was excited to look at and kind of lead off with in a minute. But in terms of, you know, everything fitting together nicely and being made to go together, you don't have any pieces of liner or scale like jutting out from another. It all is measured correctly and goes together. Not crazy about the finish on those aluminum scales either. But what I do like is that all this metal is just a perfect surface for us to take to the shop and work with and do some cool stuff with. But yeah, centering is actually perfect. Interesting screws holding it together, just 2 screws, flow through design there. This will just open it right up. We'll do the flipper first. Oh, I think it's a spring. Is it a spring? It is a spring. So spring assist. Little awkward feeling to use those thumb studs, to tell you the truth. Yeah, much better to use the flipper. But not a lot of resistance there to get this thing open. You've got a nice finish on the blade. Sort of a gray wash look there. Now it says here the ZD013, but on the GearBest website it's called the E3 Flipper. So I guess it, you know, got a model number and a little name there. Now 9CR18 is not a bad steel, it's just not a premium steel. But again, for $26 for your full metal construction, spring assist, and the size of this thing, that's not a bad deal. Especially if you're just going to take this thing and use and abuse it. I really like the shape of the blade though, because I like the slight recurve. I like the added strength at the tip of a Tonto design, if you're going to be punching it and penetrating through stuff. It is honestly not the most comfortable thing I've ever held, just because of the design of that clip. I really don't like wire clips, and you'll see some little cutouts there in the scale. So this is tip up, right hand only, so you get no options. I think I lost my Tato out here. Where'd he go? Very interesting looking knife though. You know, liner lock, about an average size lock there going on. Comfort wise though, you know, again, like the fit in your hand is not bad. Nice jimping for your thumb to rest on over there. Great spacing for your finger for just general cutting tasks. That clip though is kind of bugging me. It really is. But in terms of me having those big hands, or if you have little hands and you're going to wear gloves, I guess even if you're going to wear big hands and some gloves, this would give you plenty of real estate to hold on to there. So comfort all the way around, no matter what you're going to be doing with it. So I do have P-cord though, so we'll do the standard P-cord test, then we'll just cut up some wood over there. But let's do a pull through. Little bit of effort, but nice clean cut. Very nice indeed. I'll put that on this branch over here. Let's do a slice. Let's give it a little bit of a slice. slice is good. It's actually not as clean as the pull-through. Let's try it again. Yeah, that pull-through is just nice and clean. Using that forward edge over there. Chopping is pretty good. So, had a couple times where the lock failed on us, went right back into position now. But seems to be working. Lock hasn't moved. Centering hasn't really changed. Action is still nice and crisp. Pretty good. Because we don't have some paper though, I want to so if you did want to use this in an outdoorsy capacity, I mean, probably wouldn't be my primary. This would be more of an EDC type blade for me, just because of the materials and everything it's made of, but not bad. And again, for $26. Now, like I said, the cool part is I really like the fact that we have this nice big metal canvas to work with. So for the second part of this video, let's take this guy to the shop. We're not going to do anything crazy. Let's just make sure that all this bare naked aluminum is protected, and maybe we'll leave the blade alone. But let's get this into the shop and see what we can do with it. All right. Now you see this. This is the actual spring. This has a little post that fits into that little hole on the blade. This spring part fits into this recessed area on the scale. Super lightweight right now. That's why it's covered in all this grease. So if we're going to do any work on this, we need to make sure that we clean all this grease off really, really well, or that will prevent any kind of coating from sticking to this. And then fully disassembled, we've got everything. So there's oil, there's grease. This is going to have to get wiped down really, really well, and then basically a little acetone bath before we go and we start blasting anything. It's going to be really, really important that we give this some good sweating time in the oven before we start doing any kind of coating work on any of it. But I have some ideas, so I'm going to get started on the cleaning. I'm going to put it in the ultrasonic cleaner first. At least disassembly and reassembly is going to be fairly simple, and I'm just going to let my imagination go on this one. So I'm going for a look that I've never done before. I just taped off some straight lines, geometric shapes, you know. On the blade, I preserved the actual brand mark and the symbol on the blade, but I kept the edge nice and clean. I just made these lines here on the scales. I'm going to sandblast, and then I'm going to Cerakote over. I don't know what color I'm going to do. I haven't decided, but let's just get this in the blast cabinet, get this finished blasted off, and then select some colors. Let's take a look at how the scales and the blade came out. The other pieces are curing right now in the oven. Let's start with the blade. This color is graphite black, and I like it. I think other people like it too. Got the HX Outdoors, and I've got their little symbol there. I didn't mean to make the A, it just sort of happened, but I'm going to scuff this up just a little bit with a 3M Scotch-Brite pad. This color is burnt bronze, and when you put the two together, I think they make a nice combo there. So everything else, the liners, the hardware, and the clip, they're all getting graphite black as well. So they've got about 13 minutes in the oven curing till they're ready. Then I can take it out and, you know, let them cool down and think about getting this all put back together. So here is the finished product of the work. It was really actually not that much work to do on this. Cerakote is always a process because you want to get it right. You want to get it right every single time. A little flashier than the pieces I usually like to do. But what do you guys think? I think the burnt bronze and graphite black combination is pretty nice. So who would like to take this home in the giveaway? But you know, being Cerakote, that's on there. That's going to last you a lifetime of use. Maybe not a whole lifetime. Cerakote's not impervious. It's not invincible. But it is like one of the best coatings you can put on there. So, of course, action is still you know, just as crisp and everything. Have everything put together with grease back for the spring, and the washer's oiled up, and you know, so it works just like it did. We didn't change anything about the mechanics, the physical properties of it. We just gave it a slightly different look. Of course, the edge untouched, had it all protected, so still nice and sharp, still ready to cut, and everything. So if you like this, this is maybe one of the items you put your name in the hat for in the giveaway. So if this is a knife that you do like, though, the original one, and you'd like one of your own, I've got a link for this from GearBest in the video description. You can go check it out. If you like this specific one, sure, enter the giveaway. If you want to get one of your very own and then have us in the shop do one all fancy for you, check that link out. Grab one, and then, you know, send us an email at the shop website. Link is also in the video description. So, let me remind you all that you are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll be back again real soon.